Hello! I'm sorry it has taken me so long to do this update video. It's been kind of crazy, but long story short, I think I had it's basically a mini stroke. I had a clot somewhere, and so that's kind of what they told me. So, okay, last Monday, so it's been about a week, at around 2 o'clock, I started feeling weird sensations and decided to go to the ER. And I had like numbing like up to here and everything. You can look at my last video, I explain that more. A couple days before that, I had also had some symptoms, but I chalked it up to like pinched nerve or something, and like anxiety and whatnot. So thankfully nothing bad happened. I was admitted, and they did an MRI and found something in my brain. It's apparently a cavernous malformation. That's what the neurosurgeon called it. But the tech who saw it first, or whoever it was, diagnosed it as a microbleed or a microhemorrhage. And so then the neurosurgeon comes in and he's like, don't think that's what this is. They can look very similar on an MRI, but there's two different solutions to this. And since I have to be on anticoagulants, it's like either you hold off on that because there's a bleed, or you give more because you're clotting. So for those of you who don't know, I like closing in on like 7 weeks post-op from having open heart surgery so that I could get my aortic valve replaced with a mechanical one. So I need to be on blood thinners, and my INR level needs to be 2.5. When I went into the ER, it was 1.5. That means that I have a higher risk of developing clots. So, obviously, not a good thing. The neurosurgeon said that his theory, after looking at like everything, he was like, I'm pretty sure this is the thing in your brain is like not related. It's just a cavernous malformation that we just need to kind of keep an eye on. And then what's going on though is that my INR dropped, and then I must have developed at least one like tiny clot. They did not see any clots, and they did an echo to make sure that I didn't have any clots around my heart or anything. So if I do have any more, they're small. But yeah, so they were just, that was reassuring. They let me go home. Oh, I also had a CT scan to like confirm the thing in my brain. So anyway, they let me go home on Lovenox Shots on Wednesday. So I've been home since Wednesday. In the hospital, I was still feeling those weird sensations, and then at home I was still feeling them. So I was pretty anxious the last few days. Thankfully, I don't have as many. It's like each day there's kind of like less and less. So just like every so often I'll kind of feel a little bit of numbness or tingling or something. And yeah, I never had any like slurred speech or anything like that, I don't think. But it was just very scary. And it came on so suddenly. So I went and got my INR checked, when was it? Thursday. And it was 1.4. It stayed at 1.4 while I was in the hospital. And so still having to do the Lovenox shots. She upped my Coumadin a little bit to try to get my INR up, and I'm getting it checked again this morning. So fingers crossed that it is in the safe range, which is 2. So if it's at least 2, I shouldn't have to do the Lovenox shots anymore, I think. Which is good, because my belly is full of bruises and I absolutely hate doing those shots. So, oh my gosh, it has been so rough, guys. Like, very emotional, because I'm like, now I have this, I know I have this thing in my brain. So I'm like, well, what is that, because the neurosurgeon called it cavernous malformation, and then the discharging doctor called it an AVM, and those are two different things. Very similar things, but the risk with both of them is bleeding in your brain. So I'm assuming, because he said that, you know, follow up with like a neuro team or whatever in 6 months and check on that and make sure it's doing fine. Because, like, it sounds like, at least if it's the cavernous malformation one, that it just needs observation, as far as I understand. And then it may become a problem, but it might not. So the problem is if it does become a problem, because they can bleed a little bit. The thing is I'm on blood thinners, so obviously that would not be good. So it's very frustrating. On, I think it was Thursday, I had just started getting into making like beaded bracelets, and I started trying to make another one, and my fingers just didn't work very well. It's really hard to explain, because like everything was very subtle, but it was like I could tell, and it was just freaking me out, so I couldn't even like make a bracelet with beads, because it was just felt hard to use my fingers. So that wasn't fun. Things are better now. The last couple days have been better, although I did have a panic attack last night, so that's fun. But I also have an appointment today to see a doctor about getting anxiety meds, because I am sick and tired of not having any freedom from these like racing thoughts, and like it's been very hard. Stroke like symptoms and everything are like terrifying, and I mean, I was home alone with my youngest 2 kids, and it was very scary. So I feel like I'm still processing everything, not as much as I was the first couple days out of the hospital. That was like really, I felt like I was in a daze, like I just couldn't really do a whole lot. And I've been trying to get back to normal the last couple days. And now my 4-year-old is sick, so that's fun. Anyway, I'm okay. If you would like to donate to my GoFundMe, that would help, because we have so many hospital bills now, and thankfully my, like, out of pocket or whatever, my, you know, with having surgery, that kind of, like, made it so the insurance covers more, I guess, but we still have so many bills, and my husband has missed so much work, and he's our, you know, only source of income practically, because everything that I have is like, I'm not really making sales in my coloring books or anything, and like I can't really go do anything. I keep trying to think of ways that I can like go get a job, and I can't because of my health, and it's been really tough. I mean, it's already hard enough because I have 3 little kids, so, you know, my youngest is 2, almost 3, but the cost of childcare in our area is so ridiculously high that if I really wanted to, like, go get a job right now, I can't earn enough to make it worth it to cover childcare, even if the other kids are in school at the same time. And then it's like, what do I do when they're out of school? Because then I have to pay for childcare for that. And then it's like my whole paycheck goes to that. So what's the point? Which is why I'm going to school starting in August. That was one of the things I was planning to do. And now I'm just really scared that I'm going to have some sort of weird health episode and like not be able to keep up with school. So it's been very challenging. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, like politically, everything is just a mess, and just everybody's daily lives, like I don't know what is going on, but like I feel like most people I know are going through something really hard, like health issues and financial issues, and like I like trying to be positive, but I also want to be transparent and like honest, because I spent a lot of time like pretending I was happy online for years of my life, and I swore I wouldn't do that anymore. So when I'm not happy, I'm not going to pretend I am happy online. And it's like, you know, like I was talking about before with joy and stuff, it's like, it's not like there's not happy moments. There's still happy moments. And I am so thankful that I'm still here. I'm so thankful that I'm here with my kids, that I get to be around them and just enjoy their funny sounds and all the things that the games they make up and everything, and it's just amazing. I'm just very thankful that I'm still here. But that doesn't take away from how hard everything is right now. So the only real silver lining I have in this whole experience is that maybe this happened because we needed to know about the thing in my brain. And that's the thing I keep coming back to, is like, that's something that it could be a problem later on, and if we didn't know about it, we wouldn't have known about it, you know what I mean? So if there's anything that I can take away from this experience, it's that I'm thankful that I was safe and that we found that, because that means that I can continue to be safe, because no matter what is going on, like, they have a whole bunch of people who know what they're doing, and I've, over the events of everything, have come to terms with the fact that life is not permanent, and when it's my time to go, it'll be my time to go. So it's just, you know, hoping that when it is my time to go, everyone else is taken care of, because that's what's worrying to me. And I am so thankful to have the partner that I have in my husband, because he's amazing, and he doesn't rely on me so much that he will fall apart. I mean, he'll emotionally fall apart, but he handles everything so well. Like, when I was we hadn't planned on it. I was in the hospital for 2 days or 2.5 days or whatever, and he was able to, I mean, thankfully we had friends and family, like, willing to, like, watch the kids and stuff too. But, my brother took them for the first night, and then my husband went and got them, and he took them home so they could have a little bit of, like, normal interaction and stuff. And then they came to see me at the hospital, and just, it is very reassuring to know that he is very capable, and while he does rely on me for a lot of things, since I am the one that stays home and takes care of the kids and everything, I still know that they will be taken care of, and he knows how to cook, he knows how to clean, like, he does all of those things too. So I'm very thankful that I have him, and that the kids have him. So there's lots of things to be thankful for in the midst of it being difficult. So anyway, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so thank you for watching.